Toyota, we believe that making great cars makes people's lives better and safer. Like the aggressively sophisticated Toyota Highlander Standard. Now lease a new Highlander X $299 a month.
Weeknights, watch the
picture perfect. East Rutherford football hosts the Seattle Seahawks. Everyone, welcome to Week 7 of the NFL. Receiver James Lofton and started 0-5. They go into chance, and they found a replicate that performance again.
Certainty on offense going into the junior. No, then you say, well, remember, maybe just and to go with really good. You get Nick is Russ. Once he breaks out of the secondary, they have to be worried about the fact that he has down, and of course he can really hurt you down the field.
This game is being broadcast using the S on your television. Carroll, and now the Rams winning earlier go to Seattle trying to keep pace. The Giants getting their first win. McAdoo. C.J. Procise, the running back, on 1st and 10. And Wilson over the early.
Cockrell has a chance to pull it away from Lockett, and he's hoping that it hit the ground, and the Seahawks are trying to get up and get this ball snapped.
A gain of 14, and the challenge flag does not come out. Eddie Lacy on the carry, and challenge flag on that catch by Lockett.
You talked about the weather. I think the players got a break by not having a 1 o'clock start game.
And our first penalty of the day.
Offense number 76. 5-yard penalty remains, second down.
Tony Correnti is the referee. The penalty on Jermaine Ifedi. That's his 5th penalty of the season. Both these teams have done a good job defensively early, as the Seahawks and the Giants have clamped down on opponents' opening drives. But right now, Seattle on the move. Penalty moves them back to their own 49-yard line. Wilson taking a deep shot down the field for Baldwin, and it's incomplete. Darian Thompson came on the blitz and put the pressure on Wilson.
Well-timed blitz. You get 2nd and 10 because of a penalty. It's going to be a passing down, passing formation. You saw it, and you execute the blitz. You get Russell Wilson to throw it and have to throw it away.
So it's 3rd down and 10. Let's see what Steve Spagnuolo dials up for the Giants defensively with J.D. McKissick in at running back. Wilson has time. Now escapes the pocket, chased by Wynn, and now Wilson going the wrong way and ripped down by Nat Burhay. A penalty flag is on the field, down at the 46-yard line. If the play stands, it's a loss of 13.
Holding, offense number 68. This penalty is declined. The results of the play, 4th down.
Penalty on Justin Britt, and a great job by Burhay to bring down Wilson.
When you have to shadow Russell Wilson, he's so dangerous and he's so elusive. Burhay did a great job just closing on him, making a commitment, saying, okay, you may throw this down the field, but I'm coming right after you.
First sack of Burhay's career, the 4th-year man out of San Diego State. Ed Egan back deep to return the punt from John Ryan. Egan at his own 16, and he's down right there. Great special teams play by Justin Coleman. Eli Manning and the Giants with their first drive when we come back.
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
T-Mobile's Unlimited now includes Netflix on us. That's right, Netflix on us. Get 4 unlimited lines for just $40 each. Taxes and fees included. And now, Netflix included. So go ahead, binge on us. Ooh. Another reason why T-Mobile is America's best unlimited network.
At Coors, we lager, filter, and package cold for a cleaner, crisper taste. Because every climb deserves a refreshing finish. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
Introducing the all-new delivery pouch from Pizza Hut. Thanks to 3 layers of thermal insulation, your pizza arrives oven hot. It's like having our oven right in your kitchen. Well, pretty close. Try it with the best pizza delivery deal. Large 2-topping, just $7.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
When high-tech thieves try to steal millions, bank accounts are being emptied. This team of geniuses will stop them by stealing it first.
This is a wrinkle.
New Scorpion, CBS Monday.
We have 5 Tier 1 operators, and we're really good.
When the Navy SEALs go in,
All right, Team 2, let's go!
they go all out.
So what do you say we give peace a chance?
New SEAL Team, CBS Wednesday.
Just underway in New Jersey, no score between the Seahawks and Giants. James, let's take a look at your keys to the game.
That Legion of Boom that you hear about, that you read about, that you're afraid of, they have to be intimidating, have to be very physical today. And all those All-Pros, they have to play like that today. And for the Giants, it's about having your best 11 guys on the field. Maybe it's 2 tight ends, maybe it's 1 tight end, maybe it's 3 wide receivers, but your best 11 guys out there offensively.
Orleans Darkwa gets the start at running back, and on first down, he takes the handoff up the middle. And Darkwa to the 20 percentage this season. If he finished at 67, cold weather game in Buffalo back in 2007. And there is Mike Sullivan calling the plays for the Giants offensively for the 2nd straight week. After a week ago in Denver, Ben McAdoo, the head coach, relinquished the play calling duties to the offensive coordinator Sullivan. 2nd down and 6. Manning looking to go to the air. And lofts one incomplete in the direction of the tight end Evan Ingram. Giants going with the same offensive line as last week in Denver, including DJ Fluker, who was questionable with a knee injury, getting the start at right guard. The bad news for the Giants, Sterling Shepard was questionable, not able to go. He is inactive today. They'll rely on that run game again with Darkwa getting the start. 3rd down and 6 for the Giants. 35% this year, which is in the bottom of the NFL rankings. Seattle showing pressure. 3 on the play clock. Manning takes the snap. Here they come. Manning to Ingram, and he's wrapped up immediately by Bradley McDougall, well short of the first down. So the Giants go 3 and out on their first offensive possession.
When we talked to Eli Manning in our meeting, he said, you know, this may be a more conservative game plan than obviously what I would be able to do with Brandon Marshall and Odell Beckham Jr. and Sterling Shepard. But, you know, conservative is okay because you just have to kind of now manage the game. You looked at the 19 pass attempts last week. You know, they'd like to have maybe 25. They don't want to have 45 in this ball game.
Brad Wing kicking it to Lockett. Wing got hit and a flag is down. Lockett on the return. He is brought down by Cockrell. But is this going to be running into the kicker or roughing the kicker?
Well, it's less than 5 yards to go. It's a first down.
Defense, 5-yard penalty will result in a first down.
First down for the Giants off the penalty.
You know, we always kind of joke about, you know, on 3rd down, punting on 4th down is not a bad thing. If you're Brad Wing, you're going, punting's okay, but just don't run into me. Well, he got a chance to give his team a free 5 and kind of a nice fall there, too. He's theatrical major, I think.
That's Tanner McAvoy, who grew up about 15 miles from here in Hillsdale, New Jersey. Played his high school football at Bergen Catholic. So he is called for the special teams penalty, and the Giants put their offense back out on the field. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line.
2 big blocking tight ends in on this one.
And off to Darkwa. Darkwa across the 30 for a short gain of 2. Jaron Reed on the stop. As we look at the Seattle defense, Michael Bennett questionable today with a heel injury. He's got plantar fascia. It's very painful, but he is playing. Bobby Wagner leads the team in tackles, the middle linebacker out of Utah State. And another start for Shaquille Griffin today, the rookie corner. Jeremy Lane inactive for the second straight game because of a groin injury. And there's Chris Richard, the defensive coordinator for the Seahawks.
There's Evan Ingram right there going in motion. All eyes are going to be on him today in the passing game.
It's Darkwa again, trying the right side. And Darkwa with a flag coming in is tackled at the 34-yard line by K.J. Wright.
Maybe he got a little bit of the face mask or the helmet, but he almost just seemed like he had him in a headlock.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask, defense number 50. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play and an automatic first down.
The Seattle Seahawks have such a high standard for playing defense. The last couple of years at the top in all the statistical categories. This year, though, they're giving up 4.9 yards per carry. Now, that's been peppered by a 75-yard run by DeMarco Murray and a 61-yard run by Carlos Hyde early in the season. So two huge runs have kind of tilted that rush per carry.
Already 3 penalties for 25 yards against Seattle. 1st and 10 for the Giants. Manning, and he is hit as he throws, incomplete. It was Sheldon Richardson, the former Jet, applying the pressure on Eli. Now, before the game, during the national anthem, Michael Bennett continuing to sit on the bench during the anthem, number 72, and today joined by a number of his teammates. And we spoke with Michael Bennett yesterday, and he said he's going to continue to sit during the anthem no matter what the consequences are. And you can see they're working on his right foot already. He told us it's a unique tape job between the heel and the bottom of the foot, so he's already getting retaped early, something to keep an eye on. Manning to Vereen, and he's crushed by Jaron Reed. NFL Today update back in New York. JB and Phil Simms.
Steelers trying to set the tone early. They sure did. Antonio Brown, 7-yard catch from Ben Roethlisberger, 3 for 3 on the opening drive for 46 yards and a touchdown. Andrew Catalan and the Hall of Famer, James Lofton.
Early lead for Pittsburgh. Now 3rd and 13 for the Giants. Manning chased out. Throws one deep down the field for King. He's down there, and it's broken up. Excellent play by Richard Sherman to get a hand on that one, and the Giants will punt.
A couple things that you don't see very often, a 2-man pass rush. So you drop everybody back in coverage, 9 guys. Eli Manning gets out of the pocket. He launches one. Everybody in the stands can just kind of feel, hey, we got to touch that. And then Richard Sherman, those long arms, knocking that ball away right at the end.
Last week, the Giants didn't throw a pass that traveled more than 19 yards in the air. But Mike Sullivan told us they're going to have to take a couple deep shots today. That was one of them, but it falls incomplete. And we're still scoreless at MetLife Stadium.
Alexa, reorder Purina Beyond cat food.
Order confirmed.
Alexa, show me my baby.
Okay.
There she is.
Call from the bedroom.
Everything okay down there?
Mm-hmm. Finally, I found chicken tenders that can pass as mine, which is nice because I've got better things to do. Peggy, I finished your shoulder. Millennials, am I right?
No. Oh, no. Yes.
Dinner!
Introducing McDonald's Buttermilk Crispy Tenders. Juicy and made with 100% white meat. They're not grandma's.
I'm okay with that.
But she's okay with that.
7 years, never a scratch.
That's more than a scratch.
What do you think about a new truck, buddy?
State Farm knows it's more than a truck, so why not give it the protection it deserves?
I am so sorry.
Talk to a State Farm agent today.
My daddy was always saying to me, if you want things to change, get out there and be the change.
If anyone can bridge the gap between that community and the police, it's you.
You and me, We got this together.
The city where I fell to you.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Cricket Wireless. Something to smile about. And by Lowe's. Hurry in today for huge savings on all things fall.
Great photos of the legendary Giants quarterback and Hall of Famer Y.A. Tittle, who passed away earlier this month at the age of 90. Giants will wear a number 14 helmet decal for the rest of the season. Tittle in the Ring of Honor here at MetLife Stadium. And with 8:39 to go in the first quarter, no score between the Seahawks and Giants. It's Lacy on first down, trying the right side, pushed back by that Giants defense.
You know, you try and maybe run at Jason Pierre-Paul because he's not 300 pounds. That's the only thing he's not. But when we talked to him, he said it's all about getting to the quarterback. It's about getting up the field. But when it's a run and he's got that penetration, he knows how to play the run.
Gain of 3 at 2nd and 7. That's Graham in motion. And that's Lacy again. And Lacy's hit hard. Paul had a big night in Denver. Tackles for a loss on the season.
And you know, each one of those sacks was a little different. One, he beat the tackle around the corner. Another one, he power moved him. And then on the third, everybody else had a shot at the quarterback, and he finally ended up getting the quarterback as he tried to escape the pocket. So he's relentless in what he does.
Here come the Giants fans making some noise on 3rd and 5. Play clock at 3. Wilson looking left, now steps up, throws, and connects with Baldwin, who's got the first down. Doug Baldwin tackled by E.J. Goodson, but a gain of 11, and the Seahawks move the chains.
There is sometimes an unexplainable chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver, and you would have to put Russell Wilson and Doug Baldwin in that category. We talked to Doug Baldwin about the scramble rules. You had these specific rules. He said, you know, yeah, the coaches tell us that, but it's really just backyard football.
Lacy on first down, and he's got some room up the middle. Eddie Lacy with a gain of 12 and another Seattle first down.
Eddie Lacy had his shoulders square, and when those shoulders get square, tacklers better beware because he is a large man. I don't want to say he's too large because he made weight in all the weight checks that they had for him during the offseason.
He's listed at 5'11", 250.
That's a big man.
And just going back to the previous play, Doug Baldwin now has 6 catches on 3rd downs this season. All 6 he's converted into first downs. Wilson, 3-step drop, taking a deep shot down the field. There's Baldwin, and he's got it. A gain of 32, and the Seahawks on the move.
When Doug Baldwin came out of Stanford as an undrafted player, he wasn't big enough. He wasn't fast enough. But what he has a unique one-step quickness. If I could relate it to a basketball player, it would be Allen Iverson and his crossover move. He just did a little stutter in front of Jackrabbit Jenkins, and then he took off with that quick burst and gained great separation for Russell Wilson. Easy throw for Wilson.
And Jay Bromley hit Wilson as he threw it. Lacy, again, it's been more Lacy here in the first quarter, and he gets 2. Eddie Lacy does not have a touchdown in his last 11 games. It's a Seattle run game that's been bottled up for most of the year.
They have so many guys that they'd like to play at that position. If you were to talk to the players individually, they would all say, yeah, I need to get in a rhythm. I need more time. But Pete Carroll, it's about competition. You go out there, you compete in practice, and maybe you'll get some playing time.
Season low, 62 yards rushing in their previous game against the Rams. Seattle had a bye last week. Wilson buying some time, throws on the run, and he's got another completion, this time to Amara Darboh, the rookie out of Michigan, a gain of 13.
And he was set to run into the end zone, and his foot just went out from under him. He planted. He was about to turn on the turf. Russell Wilson is going to get out of the pocket. He's going to escape in this direction. And when he's rolling to his left, you think, well, that's tough for a quarterback. And watch that.
Meanwhile, behind the play, Seattle's center Justin Britt requiring medical attention.
Score big with Cricket Wireless. Our plans start at only $30 a month. We've got more 4G LTE coverage than T-Mobile or Sprint. And if you switch now, you can get a brand new smartphone for free. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Domino's? 2 large pepperoni pizzas, please.
Now you can earn Domino's Piece of the Pie rewards points when you order by phone. And when you order online, you'll get points too. Now you can even earn points when you order in store. We make it easy for you to earn free pizza. Only Domino's lets you earn any way you order.
Staying ahead isn't about waiting for a chance. It's about the one bold choice you make that moves you forward. The one and only Cadillac Escalade.
Haynes wants to end the Smelfie. This thing we've all done doesn't need to be a thing. There's a smart way to stay fresh. Haynes, with Fresh IQ advanced odor protection technology. Bonus packs while supplies last.
New Monday. Has Penny put a spell on Sheldon?
You need to sit down and let me pamper you.
What did you do? Are you a witch? Find out on a new Big Bang Theory, CBS Monday.
What brings this Marine's past back to haunt him?
People don't understand. My nightmares, life is bigger than the game of Survivor.
New Survivor, CBS Wednesday.
The CBS Sports app is your app for football. Get the fastest scores, team alerts, and follow every game. Get the app today.
The new center for Seattle is the rookie Ethan Posick. He was expected to rotate snaps at left guard, but now because Justin Britt is in that blue medical tent, Posick is going to have to come in and snap. And it's an offensive line that's been all over the map this year for Seattle. 3 different offensive line combinations. They met with free agent Brandon Albert during their bye week, still trying to figure it out on that line. And now Posick with his first offensive snap of the season. Here's Lockett with some blocking. And Lockett out of bounds just shy of the 10-yard line.
Defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo made sure that he lined somebody up directly on Posick's nose the very first snap. He didn't want to give him a front where, oh, there's nobody in front of him and just the middle linebacker 4 yards off. He put a guy directly on his nose to make sure he was a little worried about getting the snap to Russell Wilson.
This is an area of the field Seattle has struggled this year. They are scoring touchdowns in the red zone at just 42% of the time. Only Cincinnati is worse. Lockett, the motion man on 2nd and 6. They get it to Lockett again. Lockett at the 10. Lockett out of bounds, and he may have gotten the first down. With that spot, it's going to be very close to a Seattle first down.
That was a backwards pass, so it was actually looked like a run. You see Russell Wilson, his feet are in front of the 15-yard line. That ball goes back to the 15-yard line.
And it is just good for a first down. 4th carry of the season for Lockett. It's 1st and goal.
In a very favorable spot. You can see Seattle's offense not real good. But when they do get down here, Russell Wilson has thrown 6 red zone touchdowns out of his 12 completions.
Looked like a false start on Thomas Rawls, the running back.
We got a new center in.
False start. Offense number 34. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
See, as a skilled position player, I'm going to always blame the offensive line.
Of course you are. 4th penalty of the quarter against Seattle. Saw Rawls move.
Yeah, but he thought the center was going to. No. I can't even sell that one.
3.5 to go, opening quarter. 10th play of the drive. McKissick in at running back. They flip it to Lockett. And Lockett is upended by Landon Collins.
There are physical players, and then there are players that you want to avoid. He was blocked. You're getting knocked to the ground. You're told to always pop right back up. He does that. That's a textbook play. When they watch that in the film room tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of hooting and hollering for what Landon Collins just did.
That really brought the crowd to life here at MetLife Stadium. And now Tyler Lockett is walking off the field.
Pete Carroll's out on the field asking for a new 25-second clock. You can see the play clock is down to 10 seconds. He wants it put up to 25 seconds. And he got it. You know, when you've won a Super Bowl in this building, I guess they'll do whatever you ask them to do.
Second and goal from the 10-yard line.
There's Jimmy Graham right there.
Wilson with pressure coming, lofts one in the end zone, incomplete, and a late flag comes in. Keenan Robinson was in the backfield.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 57. Penalty to be assessed, half the distance to the goal, and an automatic first down.
And it is on Keenan Robinson starting today for the injured Jonathan Casillas.
Sometimes you can get your arms up, and if you just brush the helmet, he put his head down and attacked him.
So instead of 3rd and goal from the 10, the Seahawks have it 1st and goal from the 5. Big penalty against Robinson and the Giants.
Got Eddie Lacy, who's their big back.
Is Lacy up the middle, and Lacy takes it down to the 2-yard line. Seattle and the Giants only have 2 rushing touchdowns each this season. For Seattle, the rushing touchdowns from Russell Wilson and J.D. McKissick.
When I watch Eddie Lacy play, he's a big, powerful back. He can keep those legs turning, but he doesn't really hit the hole with a lot of speed. You know, he's kind of picking.
2nd and goal. Lacy and David Harrison throws him for a loss. Snacks was eating on that 2nd and goal play, and it's 3rd down. A loss of.
You have rare.
3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, including Paul Richardson, who has 2 red zone touchdown catches this year. Wilson, good protection to the end zone, incomplete, and a flag comes in. It appeared that Richardson was intended target.
First down.
Another big penalty against the Giants. This time it's on B.J. Goodson.
The Giants, because they got.
So it's 2nd and goal now from the 2. Wilson fade route, and it is incomplete. Looking for Jimmy Graham. Janoris Jenkins on the coverage, and it's 3rd and goal.
So you've got 5'10" Janoris Jenkins. He is called Jackrabbit against 6'7" Jimmy Graham. And that ball just has to hang in the air a little softer. It's kind of thrown to the back of the end zone. Jimmy Graham is waiting for it right there at the middle of the end zone. Kerry Wynn.
Injured Giant is Kerry Wynn. There's a timeout on the field with 44 seconds to go in the 1st quarter.
Wendy's new chicken tenders are perfectly crispy and tender. And with a new side of Sawsome sauce, they're even better. So now the question is,
to dip or not to dip?
For a limited time, try the new chicken tenders with fries and a drink for just $5. Only at Wendy's.
Give up, Skeletor. You're finished.
Curse you, He-Man! You interfering imbecile!
Give us one good reason we shouldn't vanquish you to another dimension.
Okay, guys, hear me out. Switching to Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance?
Huh, he does make a point.
Yes.
I do like to save money.
Catch you on the flip, suckers!
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others
Long live the trucks capable of carrying them all. Ram, proven to last.
Now with 1,000 Power Days bonus cash, get an average $11,971 in total values on Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab.
So, Verizon and Google have teamed up on the Pixel 2. It's a match made in tech heaven. It's like Verizon is the oil and Google is the balsamic.
No, actually, they separate into a suspension.
It's more like the Google Pixel 2 is the unlimited storage.
And Verizon is the best unlimited plan.
What if it's like H2 and O?
Yeah, like that.
I had a feeling that would score with you guys. Good meeting.
When you really, really want the best, get the Pixel 2 for up to $300 off on Google's exclusive wireless partner, Verizon.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon, the best network and the best unlimited. And by Wendy's new chicken tenders.
'15th play of the drive coming up for Seattle as the Giants training staff looks at Kerry Wynn on the sideline. And good news for Seattle as the center Justin Britt is back in the game. Nearly an 8-minute drive, longest of the season for the Seahawks. It's 3rd and goal. Wilson in the shotgun to Rawls up the middle, fighting for the goal line, and he does not appear to have got there. It's 4th down for Seattle. Russell Wilson pleading his case to the sideline. He wants to go for it.
Yeah, Pete Carroll just turned and looked at his special teams coach, Brian Snyder, and he said, okay, just stay put over there. Stay put with the kicker and the holder and the long snapper. Stay put.
And the offense is indeed staying put. Seattle is 3 out of 4 on 4th downs this year. And that will be the end of the quarter. So Pete Carroll, if he wants to change his mind, will have some time to think about this. We're through 1 at MetLife Stadium. No score between Seattle and the Giants.
We have a vision for the future. A world without accidents. To get there, we're advancing safety technology, designed not only to automatically brake, but also actively steer. This is the most sophisticated Lexus safety system ever. And a preview of what's to come. Experience driver-first innovation. Experience amazing.
Over a year ago, I was diagnosed with advanced non-small cell lung cancer.
A true story with Keytruda.
My world came crashing down.
Come on, kids.
But I was not ready to give up.
After testing for high levels of PD-L1, I started on Keytruda.
In a clinical study, Keytruda offered patients a longer life than chemotherapy, and it's an immunotherapy that can be your first treatment. Keytruda is for adults with non-small cell lung cancer that has spread, who test positive for PD-L1, and whose tumors do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack normal organs and tissues in your body and affect how they work, and may be serious and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you experience new or worsening cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, nausea or vomiting, rapid heartbeat, increased hunger or thirst, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in urine, changes in eyesight, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, rash, itching or flushing, as this may keep these problems from becoming more serious. These are not all the possible side effects of Keytruda. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, or lung, breathing, or liver problems.
I used to take the small things for granted. I don't anymore.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda with more FDA-approved uses for advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy.
Hello, gentlemen. Did you watch any sports programs over the weekend? Can you hear me?
Young Sheldon returns November 2nd.
Start of the second quarter with Hall of Famer James Lofton. I'm Andrew Catalon, and Pete Carroll has his offense on the field for 4th and goal from the 1. Last Sunday night in Denver, the Giants had a 4th and goal stop on C.J. Anderson. Can they do it again? go situation on this drive. Wilson in the shotgun, looking to throw to Graham, and it's incomplete. Could not hold on, and the Giants with another goal line stop. Eli Apple on the coverage.
Good contested coverage by Eli Apple, but a better throw is really going to help out Jimmy Graham. The first throw too high, this one right at belt level. Yeah, you would think he'd want to catch that ball or be able to catch it, but you would think that he's expecting that ball to be thrown above his shoulder pads, above his helmet. Because he had already left his feet and then had to reach down for it.
16 plays, nearly 9 minutes on the clock, and no points for Seattle. The Giants get the ball at their own 1-yard line.
Hard count.
It's Darkwa out of his own end zone, and Darkwa gives the Giants some breathing room across the 5 for a gain of 6. Cam Chancellor on the tackle.
That's what you call a no-nonsense run. You understand where you are, where you're being handed the ball. You're getting the ball in the end zone. Your job is to get it out of the end zone. So Darkwa, no trying to find a hole, just whatever little sliver of daylight he could find, hit it as hard as he can, and nice pickup.
Under 54. Yeah.
Ingram in motion. It's 2nd and 6. Darkwa again. And Darkwa is not able to get to the 10-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short. Well, last Sunday night, Darkwa running for 117 yards, 5.6 per carry. Previously, the starting running backs against the Broncos this season had totaled 95 yards
and those
rushing.
are celebrity backs.
They really are.
Yeah, Melvin Ingram, Elliott,
Melvin Gordon.
Elliott. Those are all-star backs. So maybe they went in there, didn't know who Darkwa was every time he ran by him.
Finished with 117 yards, rushing a career high. Here it's 3rd and 2. Another handoff to Darkwa, and Darkwa, we'll have to see where they spot this one. Cam Chancellor, another tackle, and this appears to be short.
Cam Chancellor is like having that 4th linebacker in your run-stopping defense. You run a 4-3 defense, you bring Cam Chancellor, who's 6'3", modestly 225 pounds, and when he comes up to tackle you, he's like another linebacker. There he is right there at the line of scrimmage.
And now there's an injured Seahawk down on the field.
Like it might have been Frank Clark.
You know, it's
nope.
Jaron Reed, the 2nd-year man out of Alabama.
They don't need to lose a big body inside.
And they did mark that run by Darkwa short of the line to gain. So it's 4th and short for the Giants. They have their punt unit on the field. They measure, and it is just short. So Brad Wing is set to kick it away.
Eli Manning tried a hard count the very first play coming off the end zone, and then another hard count there because, you know, even if your guys jump off sides when you're on the 1-yard line, you're only going to lose half a yard, and you have a chance to gain those extra 5 yards. So good job by Eli Manning, but an even better job by the Seahawks defense not biting on it.
And Pete Carroll decided to go for it on 4th and 1. Didn't get it, but now he's getting the ball back, and he's going to have good field position again because the Giants ran the ball 3 times and were not able to get the first. Good sign to see Reed walking off under his own power. And now Brad Wing will punt it away for the 2nd time today. He's had a rough season. He's last in the NFL in net punting. Although last week in Denver, with the altitude, he had a net of 46 yards. His season average is 36 yards. Tyler Lockett back deep. Wing in his own end zone. And before the snap, there's movement. And a false start against the Giants.
False start. Offense, the right guard. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
So Wing moves further in his own end zone, and Lockett is now nearly at midfield. with a short punt. Bounces at the 45, takes a Giants high. And it'll be down at the Seattle 40. A 55-yard punt for Wings. Seattle's offense going back to work.
This is Emma. She has a dog and a pig. Together, they are agents of chaos to floors in every room. But Emma's home has life-proof vinyl plank flooring and pet-proof carpet from the Home Depot. Scratch-resistant and stain-resistant for the expected and the unexpected. 100% life-proof, 0% worry. Get life-proof vinyl plank flooring starting at $279 a square foot. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
What started as a passion has grown into an enterprise. That's why I switched to the Spark Cash Card from Capital One. Now I'm earning unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase I make. Everything. What's in your wallet?
You've seen Chipotle's smoky adobo chicken and the fresh tomato salsa. But did you see this coming? If you did, you probably work at Chipotle and read the all-company email.
Big lies mean big trouble.
From this moment on, the lying stops, okay? Not this moment. We gotta get through the lies tonight, and then it all stops.
A new Kevin Can Wait. Then.
So you found your dad?
Yeah.
I want to meet new Grandpa.
Don't forget to take a picture of it. Wendy and I have a bet on what you're gonna look like. I think you're gonna be bald.
New Me, Myself, and I after a new Kevin Can Wait. CBS Monday.
Freeze!
He shot an unarmed man.
You saw a gun.
Pride, I swear.
NCIS has authorized me to collect your bet.
NCIS New Orleans, new Tuesday.
A 7-year-old with cancer, Hayden Marshall, visited the Giants practice facility last week and taught Jason Pierre-Paul his sack dance. And then JPP said, if I get a sack in the Denver game, I'll do your dance. And guess what? JPP had 3 sacks, did young Hayden's dance. Great stuff by JPP. We met with him on Friday. He said it was a great thrill for him to be able to do that. He said it was a hard dance to do, though. He said he had to practice that dance a little bit to be as good as Hayden. And we certainly wish Hayden all the best. 12:44 to go in the first half. 1st and 10 for Seattle. This is Rawls on the carry. And he lost the football. Right in the hands of Collins. Landon Collins down the sideline. And the Giants force the first turnover of the game. A 33-yard return for Landon Collins.
When you're coaching defense, you are constantly preaching about effort level. And Steve Spagnuolo said, I can say it, but I love to show it in meetings. And he's going to want to love to show this play because Rawls breaks free. But watch from behind, getting hit, jarring the ball out, and there's so many Giant defenders around it, he couldn't help but go to one of them. So this is team hustle, team dedication on display early on for the Giants.
That was the rookie Avery Moss, 5th-round pick out of Youngstown State that forced a fumble, and the Giants take over in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Manning looking to go the air on 1st down, in trouble over the middle, and it's caught at the 5-yard line by Roger Lewis. 1st and goal for the Giants after a gain of 12.
Boy, great job by Manning. He's trying to go to his right. You see him looking in this direction. And then when he has to regroup and come back, this is a laser shot to Roger Lewis. And nice catch.
Longest play today by the Giants. And now 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Wayne Gallman, the rookie out of Clemson, in at running back. Play action. Manning on the move to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Evan Ingram! The rookie with his 3rd touchdown of the season, and off the turnover, the Giants take advantage.
It might not be a 40-yard dash, but Evan Ingram is a fast player. He fakes inside, then he comes back to the outside, and you can see the diving Seahawk just a breath away from knocking this ball out of his hands. But that's what you call speed when you're able to come inside and then separate away from the defense going back to the outside.
All three of Ingram's touchdowns have been in the red zone this season, and the extra point by Rosas is good. Evan Ingram, the first-round pick, puts the Giants on the board.
Introducing the all-new delivery pouch from Pizza Hut. Thanks to 3 layers of thermal insulation, your pizza arrives oven hot. It's like having our oven right in your kitchen. Well, pretty close. Try it with the best pizza delivery deal. Large 2 topping, just $7.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
The new celebration rules are in place, and Pepsi is all for it. Antonio, what have you got in mind? Bit of a throwback. Looks like the Charleston. You never see that in football or anywhere.
On your left. The brightness is increasing. It's coming up closer and closer. There it is. Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Cars like this don't come around often. Introducing the all-new Type R, the most powerful Civic ever, from Honda.
Every morning, I thought I had to make a choice. Do I use a toothpaste that whitens my teeth or one that's good for my teeth? Now I don't have to choose. My dentist told me about new Crest whitening therapy, so I tried it.
From Crest 3D White comes new whitening therapy. It's our best whitening technology. Plus, it has a fortifying formula to protect your enamel.
Now I get a whiter smile and healthy teeth all in one.
The 3D White collection from Crest. Healthy, beautiful smiles for life.
Don't know what you're asking for, but you're back for it. You ain't really seen it like that before, not like that before. You like, when you put it like that, you right.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. And by Crest. Healthy, beautiful smiles for life.
Absolutely gorgeous day in the tri-state area, and the Giants score first today. A 2-play drive capped off by the touchdown from Manning to Ingram. It was after the Rawls fumble that was returned by Landon Collins. Seattle, an excellent red zone defense. In fact, #1 in the NFL. That's just the 4th red zone touchdown they've allowed this year. Lockett on the return. Lockett is tackled short of the 20-yard line. Get your weekend started when the Dolphins head north to take on the Ravens. Light the night up with Thursday Night Football on CBS and NFL Network. Miami with a big comeback at home against the Jets. Jay Cutler did get hurt in that game. Matt Moore finished the game for Miami, and now a short week for the Dolphins as they get set to take on a Ravens team that lost today against Minnesota. Well, Pete Carroll and offensive coordinator Darrell Bevell put Rawls right back in the game here after the fumble on 1st and 10. Wilson to Baldwin. Rodgers Cromartie trips him up. On the last drive before the fumble, the Giants defense really buckled down in the red zone.
Well, we saw the speed against the fly sweep. Then we saw power. Snacks Harrison in the middle. And then you see the all-out hustle by the rookie Avery. And then opportunistic fumble recovery by Landon Collins, who was seeing end zone until Doug Baldwin took him down.
4 takeaways in the last 6 quarters for Steve Spagnuolo's defense. And that play lost 3, so it's 2nd and 13. Wilson on the move. He's got some room to run. There's a flag down. Eli Apple pushes Wilson out of bounds, but let's see what the penalty is back at the line of scrimmage. And now a little trash talk going on with JPP and Damon Harrison exchanging a few words with the Seahawks offensive line.
They're just trying to find out a good place to go eat after the game.
Could be it.
Holding, offense, number 76. This penalty be assessed half the distance to the goal and repeat second down.
Third holding call this year on the right tackle of Fetty.
If you are playing offensive line for the Seattle Seahawks and you can feel the pressure change, you have to realize Russell Wilson's my quarterback. He's probably moving out of the pocket or scrambling in that direction, and you have to let go at that instant.
Second down and 20 for Seattle with 10:50 to go in the first half. Wilson in trouble in his own end zone. Escapes on the move, out of the end zone now, fires, and that pass is caught by Darboh. So the rookie Darboh with his second grab of the game. And now it'll be third down and 4 after a 16-yard pickup.
You can have a great pass rush and not get to Russell Wilson. I mean, it all broke down. They were going right at his launch point. He's able to get out of the pocket and throw a strike down the field to the receiver. And the receiver does a good job coming back now. He's not breaking the scramble rules like Doug Baldwin would. When you get deep and come back, you continue to come back to the quarterback. Nice job.
Wilson's 9 out of 12 for 91 yards. This is third and 4 with 2 on the play clock. Wilson over the middle to Baldwin, and Baldwin has it for a first down. That's the 7th catch this year on third down for Doug Baldwin, and again, all 7 have moved the chains.
The ability to slide and move, you'll hear people talk about being able to uncover. Doug Baldwin is trying to find the eyes of Russell Wilson, because once he can find his eyes, he knows, hey, he can see me, I can see him, he can probably throw me the ball at that point.
Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. It's first and 10. Wilson steps up again, looking to run, and slides across the 35-yard line. So tough to get Russell Wilson down in the backfield. Looked like that could have been a negative play. Instead, he gets 6.
And you've got some hands on the hips for the Giant defenders right now. They've been chasing Russell Wilson around for a lot of intensity early on in this ball game. So you start to get a little winded. Fortunately, Kerry Wynn, you see him number 72 at the end of that play. He's back on the field after he got his knee checked out.
Yeah, and time of possession, big factor in the first half. The Giants defense has been on the field for the majority of this half. Here comes a blitz by Jenkins. There's the screen to Rawls. He's got a lot of room. Rawls across midfield for a Seattle first down. That's just the second completed screen pass of the season for Seattle, fewest in the NFL.
Rawls left a little bit in the tank on this play. What he needs to be able to do is let these linemen do their job. He runs right past Britt and just makes a collision with the safety. You slow down a little bit, and Britt paved the road for you. You've probably got another 5, 10, 15 yards in that play.
We asked Russell Wilson, how come you've only completed 1 screen pass? He said, you know, we do have them in our playbook. We just don't call them very often. That was a great call there by Darrell Bevell in Seattle. Wilson wants more through the air. Pressure coming. He gets rid of it to a wide open Graham, and he dropped it. Oh, Jimmy Graham would have kept on running, maybe right into the end zone.
You know, everybody in the stands said Jimmy Graham is about to rumble down the field, and so is Jimmy Graham. And you feel bad about dropping the ball. You'll feel even worse when you watch it on film and you see the punishment that Russell Wilson took waiting for you to get open.
Avery Moss delivered that punishment. Remember, Graham had a drop in the end zone.
2 drops now.
That's his second. Second down and 10. It's McKissick on the carry. McKissick is taken down short of the 45-yard line. It's third down. Robert Thomas making the tackle.
The Giants, when they rotate their tackles, you know, Damon Harrison goes out, Dalvin Tomlinson, but when Robert Thomas and Jay Bromley come in, they don't lose a lot. Those are 2 excellent run stuffers, guys who also push that interior of the pocket pretty well on first and second down. Now he's got a little bit more of the pass rushes inside. And you're going to see Jason Pierre-Paul is actually lined up on the interior of the line. Got him 3 places at once, but he's right in the middle.
Wilson on third down, completes it to Baldwin again. Doug Baldwin, all 3 of his catches on third down today have all moved the chains for Seattle.
You probably have a package called Double Doug. You probably need to bring it out on third down because he's been a thorn in their side every third down so far.
Baldwin has 3 touchdowns in 4 career games at this stadium, including the Super Bowl victory over the Denver Broncos. 6:25 to go second quarter, and again, a false start.
False start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty, and repeat, first down.
Been a rough half for the right tackle, Jermaine Ifedi, the second-year man out of Texas A&M.
Russell Wilson is a great leader. I don't suppose that he will just chew Ifedi out when they get in the huddle and ready to call a play. But he will make some type of reference about moving early, watching what you're doing offensively. So there was a little message, probably 1 or 2 words directed at Ifedi and the rest of the guys along the offensive line.
Saw that stat. Giants have only run 13 plays. This is the 32nd play for Seattle. Wilson from behind. Kennard gets him. And Wilson just threw that one away. And there's the flag for grounding. Russell Wilson did not see Devon Kennard from behind.
And he did not get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, even though he's outside the pocket.
Intentional grounding, offense, number 3. The quarterback, although he was outside the pocket, did not get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. The ball will be placed 10-yard penalty and a loss of down, second down.
When you're going to play action pass, you need your offensive line to be able to do a solid job up front. But there's a free rusher. Russell Wilson tries to get out of the pocket and see in desperation trying to get rid of the ball, but he can't get it back to the line of scrimmage even though he's outside the pocket.
Steve Spagnuolo told us Friday at the Giants training facility, a lot of opponents have a tough time blocking Devon Kennard. Now in his 4th year out of USC, and he made a big play for the Giants defensively to set up 2nd and 26.
JPP standing up in the middle right there. That'd be a scary sight if I were a quarterback.
And it's a handoff to Rawls, and he only gets a couple. It's 3rd and long. Avery Moss, another tackle for the Giants.
So if you're Darrell Bevel and Pete Carroll's talking to you on the headset, you're trying to figure out, okay, yeah, this is a really, really long third down. But what's our field goal range? What would we need to gain to get a field goal? Maybe call that play. Get us another 12, 13 yards where we can get in field goal range.
Blair Walsh's season long is 49 yards. Wilson, another screen, and it's dropped by Rawls. Seahawks have looked sloppy offensively here in the first half. And on 4th and 24, out comes the punter, John Ryan.
You know, you get that old phrase, trying to do too much, and you can see Rawls just turn his head ever so slightly, getting ready to look upfield to see where it was going, to see where the next defender was going to come from in this screen. And saw Jimmy Graham drop a ball on the sideline, trying to do a little too much. Let's catch the ball first, then run afterwards.
Seattle has 168 yards of offense. The Giants have 35. The Giants defense has held Seattle off the scoreboard. That punt to the 10, timeout on the field.
Test drive the new 2018 Acura TLX with precision all-wheel steer.
Yeah. Lease the 2018 Acura TLX for $309 a month for well-qualified customers. Visit your Acura dealer today.
A dazzling place I never knew. A new, fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. Let me share this whole new world with you.
Finally, I found chicken tenders that can pass as mine, which is nice because I've got better things to do. Peggy, I finished his shoulder. Millennials, am I right?
No. Oh, no. Yes.
Dinner!
Introducing McDonald's Buttermilk Crispy Tenders. Juicy and made with 100% white meat. They're not grandma's.
I'm okay with that.
But she's okay with that.
Got the corner, and he's going to run again, and he's going to score.
It's about as pretty as you can do it, isn't it?
A moment ago, frustration boiling over on the Seattle sideline. There's Tom Cable, the offensive line coach, and look at Doug Baldwin actually shoving the assistant head coach and offensive line coach, Tom Cable. Clearly, the offensive line struggling and some frustration from Baldwin on the sideline.
Kind of farm your own land if you're the offensive line coach, or if you're a receiver, if you're a running back. You do your job, and we'll pull this together. And you saw after that was all over, Russell Wilson got there, and he kind of talked to the team and I think calmed them down, because each unit can shoulder a little bit of blame so far for their lack of production in the first half so far.
Seattle fell behind 10-0 in their last game against the Rams. Slow offensively, came back to win that game, and now again without finding the end zone here. Just 4:30 to go in the second quarter.
3 wide receiver set, spreading out the Seattle Seahawks defense.
On 2nd and 7, it's Vereen up the middle, and Vereen is tackled by KJ Wright. He's going to be a half-yard shy of a first down. But getting back to that Seattle offensive problems, yeah, we've seen the offensive line with the penalties and the protection breaking down, but coming into the game, Seattle had 6 drops as a team. Today, they already have 3, including 2 from Jimmy Graham.
And they've been critical drops on plays where you could see there was a big chunk of yardage coming. Jimmy Graham alone down the sideline, a screen pass to Rawls. Those were easy catches, and Graham also won in the end zone.
It's 3rd and 1. Gallman up the middle, hit hard, and maybe that extra effort gets him there, but I don't know. And
I don't think so.
This is an area the Giants have really struggled in this year. On 3rd and 4th or 1, they convert just 37% of the time. By far the worst in the NFL, and it's another 3rd and 1 where they don't move the chains.
Remember I talked about that extra linebacker, Cam Chancellor? You're running at him. I think you need to go elsewhere to try and find a hole.
So out comes Brad Wing with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Lockett, the deep man for Seattle.
I'd rather have 2 guys back deep, because Brad Wing has been spraying the ball all over the place.
High spiraling kick from Wing. Lockett from the 25. Lockett to the 30. And that's where the Seattle offense will go back to work after a 53-yard punt. Thursday, November 2nd, CBS reignites an American legend. Shamar Moore stars in the series premiere of SWAT. Thursday, November 2nd, only CBS. Now Eli Manning goes back to the sideline to talk with Mike Sullivan. That's not different. That was the channel of communication even when Ben McAdoo was calling the plays, because McAdoo had to stay out, focus on the defense. Eli would go back to the sideline, talk with Mike Sullivan, and then Mike Sullivan would relay Eli's thoughts to Ben McAdoo. But now that Sullivan is calling the plays for the 2nd straight week, it's a direct line of communication between Sullivan and Manning. Eddie Lacy on first down. Gets away from Harrison from behind. And picks up 3. As we mentioned, the drops have doomed Seattle offensively in the first half.
You know what? I almost remember dropping a ball once, but and not 2 or 3 times in the first half. This is tough because now you start to question what you're doing. You've exhausted some really good play calls, and you saw the frustration level on the sideline. It affects everybody, not just the guy who's throwing the football.
Is that all you had? 1 drop?
That's all I can remember. I just didn't complete the catch.
Lacy is hit hard. That was Landon Collins coming up to make the hit, and that takes us to the 2-minute warning.